Welcome back, folks. Today we're diving into something we've all encountered: criticism, and how to handle it when it really stings.
Yep,
You know what I mean, right?
absolutely. It's like sometimes that criticism feels so personal, almost like an attack on who you are.
Exactly. And it's interesting because um, the idea is that criticism can feel so raw because it
hmm
challenges our self image. I mean, if someone points out a flaw, it's not just about what you did, it can hit at your sense of self.
Yeah, and that defensive kick kicks in immediately. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There's truth in some of it, even when it's delivered harshly.
Right, which leads nicely into our first big point: pausing before you react. You know, instead of jumping straight into defensive mode, just take a deep breath.
Yeah,
It's like giving yourself a small moment to process.
totally. I mean, our instinct is to counter, to justify, but if you pause, it kind of lets you step back and see if there's any useful nugget in what was said.
Yeah, it's like taking that extra moment to create control over the situation. When you pause, you're not just reacting, you're engaging your thought process in a more intentional way.
Right. It's fascinating how that small pause can reset the whole conversation, don't you think?
For sure. Now, another piece of advice is to separate the tone from the message. So, even if someone's tone is harsh, sometimes the actual message might have something of
hmm
value. It's like the delivery might suck, but the content might hit home.
Exactly. You've got to ask yourself, is there something useful here? And sometimes I wonder if finding that value isn't easier said than done, though.
That's a fair point. I mean, sometimes when you're in the thick of it, it's hard to extract that value. But if you can practice, it might just become second nature, even if it feels counterintuitive at first.
I get that. And then there's the idea of not taking it personally right away. You know, people often speak from their own perspectives, their own stress, making it um, less about you and more about them.
Absolutely. By not personalizing criticism immediately, you create a sort of buffer that helps keep your emotions in check.
Yeah,
It's all about that mental distance.
right? And that distance helps you see if maybe their criticism says more about them than it does about your actual performance.
Exactly. And that leads us nicely into the next point: how to respond calmly instead of defensively. Think about it. Reacting like that's not true only escalates things.
Yeah, instead, a calm response like, thanks for pointing that out, or I'll definitely think about that, shifts the tone, showing maturity.
Totally. It's like um, when you respond calmly, you're basically turning an aggressive conversation into a learning opportunity. And that
hmm
really speaks to emotional intelligence.
Oh, spot on. It's impressive how simply changing your tone can diffuse a heated moment.
Now, another cool strategy is to ask clarifying questions. If the criticism is vague, don't hesitate to ask, "Can you give me an example?" Or, "What do you think I could do differently?"
Yes,
It turns the conversation from a vague attack into actionable feedback.
right. And sometimes that not only gives you clear insight, but also shows the critic that you're open to growth. It's a win win, really.
Exactly. Now, here's where I want to respectfully challenge one common thought. People often feel the need to over explain themselves when criticized. I think reducing that need to justify every action is key.
I actually agree. But sometimes it's tough because you feel the pressure to defend your actions, almost as if you're proving your worth.
True, it's a natural impulse, but over explaining tends to sound defensive and might even undermine your point. Less really is more here.
Yeah, absolutely. And by holding back on a lengthy explanation, you maintain your confidence and eventually your credibility.
Exactly. Which brings us to another important point: filter the criticism. Not all criticism is equally valid. Some of it's just opinion. And that's where you decide what to use as feedback and what to um, let roll off
hmm
your back. You take the growth fuel and ignore the noise.
Yes, and it also helps protect your confidence. When you see criticism as an opportunity for growth rather than an attack, you're way more likely to come out stronger.
Right, confidence? At the end of the day, one comment doesn't define you. Everyone, even the most successful people, go through this.
Yeah,
It's all about how you handle it.
exactly. It's like having thick skin, but at the same time, an open mind. Not too defensive, but not overly accepting either.
Spot on. And that balanced approach is what really sets apart those with high emotional intelligence. They use criticism, sort of like growth fuel, to propel themselves forward rather than letting it sap their energy.
Yeah, and it's refreshing how this approach doesn't require you to be perfect. It just asks you to reflect on what you can learn from the experience.
Totally. And let's not forget, protecting your self-worth is crucial. It's one thing to accept feedback, but another to let it erode your confidence. You have to
Right.
find that sweet spot.
Indeed. And that's the art of dealing with criticism. It's about taking everything in stride while still being open to improvement.
Exactly. And if we just break it down, we have a few key takeaways. Pause, separate tone from message, don't personalize too quickly, respond calmly, ask clarifying questions, and filter the feedback to keep what helps you grow. And avoid
Mm,
over explaining.
right, definitely. That mix of mindful reflection and practical response techniques can really transform how you handle criticism.
I love that. It's like building emotional resilience. Every piece of criticism becomes um, a stepping stone to becoming a better version of yourself.
Yes, and it puts the power back into your hands. Rather than feeling attacked, you use criticism as a mirror to improve.
Exactly. And just remember, it's not about dodging the criticism, it's about absorbing the good parts and then shrugging off what's unhelpful.
Yeah, absolutely. And that in turn protects your confidence and ultimately elevates your communication skills. It's like a masterclass in emotional intelligence.
Right on. So if you ever feel that sting of criticism, remember the steps. Pause, listen, inquire, and then filter out the noise.
Mm,
This approach not only keeps you grounded, but also nudges you towards that growth mindset we all aim for.
exactly. And soon you'll find that criticism, no matter how uncomfortable it feels, can become a tool for your own development rather than a setback.
Well said. Thanks for walking through these ideas. It's always refreshing to explore how a simple pause and a mindful response can shift a conversation from conflict to constructive growth.
Absolutely. Whether it's Podcast 72 or any day dealing with criticism, these strategies are like your personal toolbox for emotional strength and clarity.
For sure. Thanks for joining in on this chat. Hopefully, it leaves everyone feeling empowered to turn criticism into their own secret weapon.
I second that. See you next time, and may your confidence keep soaring, even when others shoot criticism your way.